Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. President Trump met Syrian president, pushed for ties with Israel and secured billion-dollar deals. President Trump says he will join Ukraine peace talks if Putin attends. Trump asked Saudi Crown Prince, "How do you sleep at night?" and praised his leadership. Heavy floods in Maryland forced rescue boats to evacuate 150 students from school. Judge ordered release of Georgetown scholar held for months in ICE detention. Mayor Adams shut down illegal cannabis shops, now turning them into legal stores. Jennifer Lopez injured her face during Emma's rehearsal. Casey said Diddy assaulted her before 2016 movie premiere. Mexican beauty influencer shot dead during TikTok live stream. China warned UK over new trade deal terms with the US. Israeli strikes killed 60 in Gaza as Trump pressured Netanyahu for ceasefire. And Cristiano Ronaldo praises son after his Portugal debut. You were listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump met Syrian interim president Ahmed al-Shara in Saudi Arabia. He urged Shara to normalize relations with Israel after announcing the US would lift all sanctions on Syria. Trump said Shara agreed to consider joining the Abraham Accords, though Syria still had much to fix. Photos showed Trump and Shara shaking hands with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Trump praised Shara, calling him a strong leader with potential. After the meeting, Trump visited Qatar. He helped finalize a $1.2 trillion deal, including Qatar Airways purchasing Boeing jets and GE engines. Qatar also offered to give Trump a $400 million Boeing jet as Air Force One, raising ethical concerns in Washington. Trump called the offer generous and said it would be stupid to reject it. The US also secured $600 billion in Saudi investments and $142 billion in arms deals. Trump's visit strengthened US ties with the Gulf region, where his business has real estate projects. Israel expressed concern, especially as Trump excluded a Jerusalem stop. Israel opposes lifting sanctions on Syria and fears Syria may gain foreign support. Talks with Iran continue, and Saudi Arabia may still join the Abraham Accords in the future. President Donald Trump said that he would attend peace talks in Turkey to help end the Ukraine war if Russian President Vladimir Putin also agrees to join. Trump made the statement while speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One during his return from the Middle East trip. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has already challenged Putin to meet him face-to-face in Turkey. However, Russia has not confirmed who will attend if peace talks take place. The situation remains uncertain. "I don't know that Putin would be there if I'm not there," Trump told reporters. He added that his presence could help move things forward and bring both sides to the table. Trump has said before that he believes he can end the Ukraine-Russia conflict through direct diplomacy. If Putin agrees, Trump plans to travel to Turkey in the coming days for the meeting. The U.S. is expected to push for a peaceful solution, and many leaders hope this step may lead to progress. But without Russia's clear confirmation, the future of the talks is still unclear. President Donald Trump praised Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Riyadh and asked him, "How do you sleep at night?" While addressing world business leaders, Trump praised the prince for turning Saudi Arabia into a powerful business center, saying he tosses and turns like some of us. It's the ones who never take you to the promised land. The crowd laughed and gave a standing ovation as bin Salman smiled. Trump, now in his second term, said he liked him too much and called Saudi Arabia the center of the world. He praised the kingdom's transformation over the last 8 years and announced he was lifting sanctions on Syria at the request of MBS and Turkish President Erdogan. Trump signed a $142 billion defense deal and welcomed a $600 billion Saudi investment package. He ignored past human rights concerns, focusing instead on close ties. Critics warned Trump was putting business ahead of values, but Trump remained firm in his support of the Crown Prince. About 150 students and 50 adults were rescued by boat from Westernport Elementary School in Maryland after heavy rains on May 13 caused major flooding. The North Branch Potomac River and its tributaries overflowed, flooding parts of Allegheny County. Water rose so fast that students and teachers were trapped inside the school. Parents rushed to get their children, but flood waters were too high. Ellie Wade, a mother, said she couldn't reach her kids and had to wait for rescue teams. Her son William Wade, a fourth grader, said the water flooded the entire first floor. Rescue boats took everyone to a nearby church. The country's emergency services confirmed all students and staff were safely evacuated with no injuries. Nearby schools also faced problems. Georges Creek Elementary needed rescue help and Westmore Middle students sheltered inside. All public schools in Allegheny County were closed with no online classes. Officials warned people to stay home due to high water and dangerous roads. The Weather Service also asked drivers to avoid flooded areas. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. A federal judge ordered the release of Badr Khan Suri, a Georgetown University scholar who was detained by ICE since March. Judge Patricia Gills ruled his detention violated his rights to free speech and due process. Khan Suri had been held at Prairieland Detention Center in Texas. Kansouri was accused by the Trump administration of spreading Hamas propaganda and anti-Semitism online. However, the judge said the government failed to prove he was a danger or flight risk. His wife, Mahfouz Ahmad Yusuf, called the decision a victory for justice. She and their children now wait for his return. Kansouri had never joined protests and only shared a few social media posts supporting Palestinians and criticizing the war in Gaza. He was kept in poor conditions, denied halal food at first, and placed in a high-security red uniform without criminal history. His attorneys say his detention was unfair and politically motivated. Kansouri plans to reunite with his family soon. New York City Mayor Eric Adams said the city made big progress in closing illegal smoke shops through Operation Padlock to Protect, which started in May 2024. Since then, nearly 1,400 unlicensed cannabis stores were shut down and over 95 million worth of illegal products were seized. The city had received legal power from Albany in 2024 to padlock these shops. The city is preparing to reopen these shuttered storefronts. Landlords will be allowed to apply to operate legal cannabis stores or other businesses like bakeries or barber shops. The sheriff's office is working with landlords and giving them instructions to reopen legally. The operation helped create safer neighborhoods and supported the growing legal cannabis market. New York now has 160 legal dispensaries, 350 million in sales last year, and a 2 million loan fund helping legal cannabis startups. The city plans to continue shutting down illegal shops and helping legal businesses grow in the future. Jennifer Lopez revealed that she suffered a facial injury while rehearsing for the 2025 American Music Awards. She posted a photo on Instagram with an ice pack over her eye and wrote, "So this happened during Emma's rehearsals." She later shared a photo showing a cut on her nose and a black eye. Lopez also posted a picture with the doctor who treated her injury, which happened a week ago. She wrote a week later and a whole lot of eyes, "I'm good as new." On May 26, Lopez will host the Emmys for the second time. She first hosted the show in 2015 and has performed there more than 10 times. She is a three-time Emmy winner and the only female artist to have a #1 album and #1 film at the same time. This year's fan-voted show will air live from Las Vegas and stream on Paramount Plus. Her upcoming performance will feature her well-known mix of music, dance, and visuals. Cassie Ventura testified about an alleged assault by Sean Diddy Combs that happened in 2016. She told jurors that Combs hit her at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles on March 5, 2016. 2 days later, on March 7, 2016, Ventura and Combs appeared together at the premiere of her movie The Perfect Match. Cassie wore a gold and black dress and joined Combs on the red carpet. Later, at the after-party, she wore a green dress. Queen Latifah and director Billy Woodruff also attended. Jurors saw a photo of Cassie in the gown and sunglasses taken in Combs' bedroom. She said she wore the glasses to hide her bruised eye. Prosecutors also showed photos showing bruises on her shoulder and shin. Cassie started testifying on May 13 about abuse during their relationship, which ended in 2018. On May 12, jurors saw video from the hotel incident. Her film released in March 2016 alongside Terrence J. and Donald Faison. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Valeria Marquez, a 23-year-old Mexican beauty influencer, was shot dead on May 13 during a TikTok live stream at her salon in Zapopan, Jalisco. Just before the attack, she was seen holding a stuffed toy and said, "They're coming," before muting the stream. A voice said, "Hey, Val," and she replied, "Yes," moments before she was killed. The shooter entered the salon and opened fire. A person later picked up her phone, briefly showing their face on camera before the stream ended. Marquez had nearly 200,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok. Earlier in the live stream, she mentioned someone had tried to deliver an expensive gift while she wasn't there. She seemed concerned and said she wouldn't wait for them to return. Authorities are treating the case as femicide. Jalisco ranks 6th in homicides since President Claudia Sheinbaum took office in October 2024. Mexico remains among the top Latin American countries with high femicide rates, according to UN data. China has warned the UK about its new trade deal with the US, saying it could force British firms to avoid using Chinese products. The deal, signed last week, gave the UK some relief from US tariffs on cars and steel, but only if strict US security rules are followed. These rules include checking supply chains and company ownership, seen as a move against China. China's foreign ministry said international deals should not hurt other countries and claimed the deal targeted China. Beijing also feared it might isolate China from global trade. Chinese officials called the UK's actions unfair and described the terms as poison pills. The deal lowered car export tariffs from 27.5% to 10% for 100,000 UK vehicles. It also removed tariffs on UK steel and aluminium if firms met US rules. Meanwhile, the UK allowed more US beef and ethanol imports. Despite tensions, the UK said trade with China is still important and promised to keep working together where possible. Israeli airstrikes hit Gaza hard last week, killing at least 60 people, including 22 children, according to Gaza's health officials. Most deaths happened in Jabalia and Khan Yunis. Israel said it targeted a Hamas site under a hospital. The attack came after President Trump secured a deal with Hamas to release Eden Alexander, the last living American hostage in Gaza. Some saw hope for a ceasefire, but Prime Minister Netanyahu rejected stopping the war until Hamas is fully defeated. Trump, now visiting the region, skipped Israel, which experts say sends a strong message. Former Israeli diplomat Alan Pinkas warned that Netanyahu cannot ignore Trump's pressure much longer. Meanwhile, France's President Macron called Netanyahu's actions a disgrace as aid remains blocked. Netanyahu responded, accusing Macron of siding with terrorists. The war, which began after Hamas killed 1,200 Israelis in 2023, has now killed nearly 53,000 Palestinians. Nearly 90% of Gaza's people are displaced and nearly 500,000 face starvation as Israel continues its blockade. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Cristiano Ronaldo's eldest son, Ronaldo Jr., made his debut for Portugal's under-15 team on Tuesday, helping them win 4-1 against Japan at the Vlatko Mirkovic International Tournament in Croatia. The 14-year-old forward, who plays for Al Nassr's academy, came on as a substitute in the 54th minute, with Portugal already leading 3-0 thanks to a hat-trick from Rafael Cabral. Ronaldo Jr. wore his father's iconic number 7 shirt but didn't score in the match. However, his debut marked a significant moment in football history. Ronaldo Sr. shared his pride on social media, writing, "Very proud of you," along with photos of his son in action. Ronaldo Jr. had only received his first national call-up the previous week. He will play 3 more games in the tournament, facing Greece, England, and a final opponent yet to be decided. His journey with high expectations is just beginning. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,723.38. The NYSE Composite is increased by 11.83 points or 0.06%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,128.13. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 55.13 points or 0.14%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,403.95. The Shanghai index is increased by 29.08 points or 0.86%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,640.65. The Hang Seng index is increased by 532.38 points or 2.30%. Bombay stock close price is 81,330.56. The Sensex index is increased by 182.34 points or 0.22%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump met Syrian president, pushed for ties with Israel and secured billion-dollar deals. President Trump says he will join Ukraine peace talks if Putin attends. Trump asked Saudi Crown Prince, "How do you sleep at night?" and praised his leadership. Heavy floods in Maryland forced rescue boats to evacuate 150 students from school. Judge ordered release of Georgetown scholar held for months in ICE detention. Mayor Adams shut down illegal cannabis shops, now turning them into legal stores. Jennifer Lopez injured her face during Emma's rehearsal. Casey said Diddy assaulted her before 2016 movie premiere. Mexican beauty influencer shot dead during TikTok live stream. China warned UK over new trade deal terms with the US. Israeli strikes killed 16 in Gaza as Trump pressured Netanyahu for ceasefire. And Cristiano Ronaldo praises son after his Portugal debut. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.